And I think we've touched on this on the show, but I wanted to talk about this idea of birth rates dipping globally.
Yeah.
And the important thing here, or like why birth rates matter at all, is the idea is if your birth rate of 2.1, I think that 2.1 children per woman on average means that your population maintains itself over time. That's basically what that means. And as you dip below that, it means that eventually your population is going to start decreasing. And if you maintain a birth rate below 2.1 for long enough, you decrease more and more rapidly. And the gap that you have between 2.1 and whatever the number is, so say my birth rate's 1.8, but versus another country that has a birth rate of 1.3, the difference between 1.8 and 1.3, it's exponentially increasing the problem of your population.
Can I say one thing?
Off.
Just because people, some of their first response when they hear this is like, we have too many people already. Who cares? Like, why don't we let the population go down a little bit? And I just want to say the particular reason why this becomes so damaging is you end up with a very large amount of old people and very few young people who can support them. So you have old people who are, again, once you hit a certain age, you are no longer working or producing, and you will become I don't know the nice word for it, but you're kind of a drain. You require more resources from society than you produce. And that's fine because that's what we should do. We should take care of old people.
If we lived in a world where everybody happened to like reach the age of 30 and stopped aging until they just died one day, then this problem, they're kind of right. Like you could have population fall off because everyone is equally productive in ways on society. Oh,
so you're saying we purge the old people.
We keep coming back to this with you. I've noticed.
You've done a lot of
I've noticed.
I'm not the one bringing it up. Okay.
It's that the population pyramid, as you get more and more old people, they become more reliant on social services, especially like healthcare, with fewer people at younger ages who are more productive, work longer hours, but can't pay enough tax or literally are not in number enough to support the older people above them. And as this happens, and as is happening in some places already, there's other consequences that play out, like small towns, especially in rural areas, as their populations have declined, they just become ghost towns. And over a long enough period of time, you lose the culture of certain areas because there's literally less people to carry on the local culture of whatever people that were there.
Right.
And this is happening super broadly. I think the really interesting thing about this problem to me is the scale at which it is starting to happen versus I think people have this idea that, there's a subset of developed countries in the world that are probably in the minority that are facing this issue, and it's not that pressing yet. Or a really quick thing that people jump to is like, okay, well, what could fill the gap of a falling birth rate? You could increase immigration. And that's kind of true, but it doesn't tell the whole story of how the whole world is moving in this direction right now. And the economic consequences, especially 50 to 100 years from now.